This here is a true story about crossing the pond at night.
Greetings! Sticks here from So There I Was. And this week, you can expect to hear this story on So There I Was.
I had a flight which was radar cross-sections. And radar cross-sections was just droning back and forth. It's the guys in the radar are what you look like at different altitudes and different looks, and it's just documented the area. And all you did was fly straight and level with 300-gallon drop tanks and just stay airborne forever. It's truly. I hate to say this, it was almost like flying an airliner.
I get it. I totally get it.
Sadly, so do I.
It's not something you brag about. You just get through it.
Sure.
So anyway, the night before that, my old friend, this is Mickey Squid, is over. Okay, and he happened to be passing through, and he was in the early on squadron, that first squadron with us, and he went on to do different things, but one of the things he talked about was he flew A7s before he came with us. He came right out of the med, and while he's in the med, he actually had a midair. It was the usual, both single seat aircraft, both of them with cameras. They're flying in the med, and they want to get some pictures of some Soviet ships. And you got the lead, I've got the lead, and Mickey said he thought he had the lead. And anyway, it was really tragic because his lead died in the accident, but they had a midair, and Mickey described it, and all of a sudden he heard this bang, and he said he knew something bad had happened, but he saw nothing but orange, this loud bang, orange in front of him. The next thing he knows, he's in the chute. He's been sympathetically ejected, just no idea how it happened. And so when he went through the whole thing, I was kind of hanging on the edge of my seat because he got injured pretty badly, and then got picked up, and it's out of a book. He was on some island and with some good-looking women. Anyway, it was a great story. But I just remember the ejection. So anyway, I show up and I'm off another flight, and I remember I got to strike, and Tomaine Charlie's out in front with his food truck. And so I got a bag of Cheetos, and I got a ham sandwich and a lemonade or something. And I remember, and I'm going to be on this flight, so I stuck the Cheetos in front, and I got the sandwich in the back, and I went through it. It was just Brian and I were the only two guys flying, and he was gone. So you don't shut everything down like you do in other airplanes. You're the only guy flying, and you don't have to worry about adjusting the seat. You don't have to worry about anything, except the plane captains will periodically help you out, turn the switches down. In this case, they turned cabin pressurization switch off.
Oh.
And I did my usual scramble pre-flight, did a beautiful job, and climbed out. And I distinctly remember I was going through, I think it was above 10,000 feet or so, but that's okay. And I started to take my mask off I reached for the sandwich, and I heard the tremendous boom, nothing but orange in front of me. I said, oh shit. I said, this is it. I'm getting out. And the Cheetos had blown up. So out here I was attacked by a half-crazed bag of Cheetos. I almost got out. I said, that was it. I relived the whole thing. And I said, I got that guy. It was the closest I thought I was going to die in the airplane. Because I've heard you ask before, have you ever been close to ejecting? How I thought I was.
That was it, huh? Oh.
That was it. So anyway, I
imagine the mishap report on that.
Take off from the carrier someday before I die. Strap that Viper 2 catapult and watch that sucker fly.
Well, if you like that story, you can check us out at sothereiwas.us. There are currently nearly 100 episodes for you to choose from, with some absolutely amazing stories. You can download the podcast at Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Pandora, or wherever you get your podcasts. You can also find us on Facebook and here on YouTube. I guarantee you will be hooked. So, till next time, not sit on the ejection seat handle, and do not let go of that collective.